Sarah here from Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today's soap is a fandom soap and it is going to have a lot going on in it. It is inspired by Game of Thrones. I thought for the final season that premieres on Sunday I would make a tribute soap to it because I'm really sad that this is the last season. It is a tribute to Jon Snow and the North, and I'm using a beer in this soap today. A very, very special beer. I get so excited when special edition, limited edition things come out. You put Game of Thrones on the label and I'm all over it. So this is a beer that is a stout. It is a barrel-aged imperial stout, and it is one of the lineups in this brewery's Game of Thrones series. They come out with quite a few of them, and I believe it is the last one of that series. So I have went ahead and frozen it and then melted it down slowly with the lye that I added to it because my solution for the most part is mostly the beer. So I've mixed it into my oils here, and I'm going to go ahead and give that a whirl, and then I'll tell you a little more about what I'm going to be doing with the soap. Okay, so I've mixed that all in. I did, like I said, freeze this beer solution because I didn't want that lye to heat anything up and scorch that beer. So again, just to show you the bottle, I do want to go off of this theme and these colors that are going on in this soap and base it around the character of Jon Snow. So the colors I am working with, I have some very pink Summer Kiss. I'm joking. I don't think he's a very pink kind of guy. Since he is part of the Night's Watch, there are a lot of black and grays going on. And then, of course, the snow part, there's some white. So I'm going to split this up. I have some Gunmetal and Glam. That is by Soapbox Micas. I'm going to color the main batter in this platinum, and then I'm going to add some titanium dioxide. And this beer is really dark, so I know that is going to play into these colors, and they're not going to be as vibrant as they would be if you put them in just a plain soap batter. And I am perfectly fine with that. It is going to be a very manly kind of soap, and the beer is just going to make this a really good bar of soap as well because of the properties that it brings to it. I am also going to add in some of this Bailey's Blue Mica powder by Nurture, and I have mixed that up with some almond oil, and I'm going to drizzle that in, do a little mica drizzle into this recipe as well. Let me add my titanium dioxide into this guy. There is also some colloidal oatmeal in my recipe because I thought that the stout beer and the oatmeal went together very well. Let me go ahead and add some of this platinum, and then I'll start mixing them up and tell you about the fragrance. Alright, the scent that I'm working with is a smoky patchouli. This is by Brambleberry. This is a discontinued scent that I've had lying around, and I'm like, what am I going to use this on? Because I absolutely love the smell. I love patchouli, and I love it. It's a very earthy, smoky patchouli, so I like it even more. And I thought there has to be some kind of soap that pops up this is going to be perfect for. So I think the manly, smoky patchouli scent is going to go very well with this Jon Snow soap. And I'm going to go ahead and pour some of this platinum, I believe, yeah, the platinum batter in, like so. And then I'm going to take this mica that I dispersed in the almond oil, and I'm going to mix it into the black. And just give that a little mix. I'm then going to take this white and do an in the pot swirl. Going to get all of this out of here. the best I can anyway, because I'm not going to put this on the top of the soap. If you guys noticed my new gloves in my Spring Moon video, I think it was that one, I had mentioned that I was looking for some new gloves because I was working in a dental office getting free samples of latex gloves, and since I don't work there anymore and I'm not getting them anymore, it's kind of like, what do I do? And I wanted to find a way to create less waste with throwing out a pair of latex gloves. And I've had quite a few suggestions. These are some latex gloves, but they are reusable. A lot of people use these for like dyeing hair if you're a professional hairstylist. These are really good, but I've seen a lot of these being used now in soap videos, so I'm really happy with them. They're also appropriate for the soap, I think. I'm going to go ahead and pour in the black. I'll pour in this in the pot mixture. I'm going to save that for the top. Pour in the rest of this. Scrape it out. And then we will texturize the top of the soap. Let me scrape out my bowls here. So far I am loving these gloves. I was a little confused by the pack that it said 4-pack. To me, I thought that was a little misleading because there were only 4 gloves in there and not like 2 pairs, so I don't know, maybe they should put the 2 pair on there and not 4 pair anyway. Or 4 pack. Maybe it's just me and I need to pay attention more. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and put on the rest of this Bailey's Blue Mica. I really like that it has a gold undertone. I'm really getting that when I disperse that in the oil. I love me some Jon Snow. All I have to say is, he better not die, alright? George R.R. Martin. I didn't read the book, so I don't know a lot about the books and then like how the books and the TV series compare. As much as I am a avid reader, I have not read the books. I think I'm going to let this sit for a little bit until it is a little more playable, and then we'll come back and make some texture on this. I think I want to take a little chopstick though and kind of mix in that blue mica a little bit, and then I'll let this sit and I'm going to come back and we'll play in it. Alright, let's zhuzh this up. I got a spoon here and I'm just going to texture this top a little bit. If you guys can't tell, I've been watching a lot of Queer Eye on Netflix. I've mentioned the stupid TV we've bought to you, and I can't stop watching it. Like, I was never a TV person, and then we got this TV, and it's got unbelievable possibilities of TV shows to watch. It started with Dairy Girls, and I binge watched that. Sad there was only 6 episodes to the whole thing, and not another season for me to watch. And then it started with Queer Eye, and Bradley and I have been sitting down at dinner and watching an episode of Queer Eye, and then I just get stuck, and then there's another episode, and I'm choking on my food because there's so many feels in this show, and then I'm choking on my feelings, and we're both crying. It's so bad. Send help, you guys. But I just love that show. I'm obsessed, as Jonathan would say. I love every single one of those guys on that show. Okay, so now that I've textured that with a spoon, I have some black sea salt that I'm going to sprinkle down the middle of this. It reminded me of the dragon glass from the show, so I thought just a little textured top and some sea salt on there, give it a little spray with some rubbing alcohol, and call it a day. When I get done this, I'll show you my embeds, because when I cut this, I'm going to put the embeds on the front of it, and this is the embed that's going on there. They are the little House Stark woofs that are going to go on the front, and let me show you an up-close look of this soap. It's gorge. So I will let this sit for 24 hours and I'll come back and I'll cut it. Put the little embeds on the top, or on the side as well.
Are you ready? No,
Alright.
I feel like I should start with like some sort of Game of Thrones thing. Like,
meow, 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 meow.
you're a mess. You are a mess.
Okay, I'm gonna cut off this end piece. Just for
Oh, that
looks.
looks cool.
I'm really hoping that Michaeline shines through. From what I can see from that end piece, and I'm going to turn this one, I thought maybe the sea salt would drag through it, but we'll be okay. From what I can see from the end piece, that Michaeline isn't very blue. It's more gold. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Like, it had a gold tint to it,
Wow,
but
that's cool.
now it is really more gold in there.
Look at that.
It just creates like little gold lines and veins in there. So, are you excited for Game of Thrones, Bradley?
No, I hate Game of Thrones.
Don't you just love going over Sarah and Eric's house?
Yeah, I love going over Sarah and Eric's house, but Game of Thrones is not satisfying to me as a series.
I think you're crazy.
Yeah, no.
So we have this little routine where we like to meet up with our friends Sarah and Eric, and we'll go out to dinner, and then we'll grab dessert, and we'll sit in front of the TV watching, either like eating snacks, either watching Game of Thrones or Outlander, and that is like our favorite thing to do. Look at this side.
Especially on a Sunday, you know, a relaxing Sunday.
And just ends your weekend.
Yeah.
I really like that one. It's a pretty swirl.
That one looked great.
Do you have like a favorite character?
Well, of course. My two favorite characters are Braun, the sellsword guy, and Burned Face guy. What's his name? Hound.
Hound.
Yeah, those two are my only characters I like. Everyone else can die.
Anyone particular going to die this season?
I hope everyone dies besides Braun and
No.
and the Hound. That is it.
You're evil.
Everyone else sucks.
I think I'm going to have to read the books, or at least listen to the books, because I'm sad that the season is ending. So, I think I'm going to listen to the books. They're just such a big commitment. I don't think I can do it. Anywho, I love this soap. I really wish that blue stood out and didn't turn gold on me. I'm thinking about making more of this soap, maybe a couple more loaves, obviously with a different beer because I can't get my hands on that special edition beer anymore.
I can't remember which beer this was. This was the Imperial, barrel-aged Imperial Stout.
Yeah.
Did I drink that?
And yes,
Oh, yeah.
I drank some of it. Didn't really like it.
Which
You
is
drank
weird
some of it,
because-
and then I stole it back because I'm like, no, I'm making soap out of it.
Making soap out of it, yeah. Yeah, because usually you like the barrel-aged.
Yeah,
Porters.
I didn't really like that for some reason. So I just made soap with it.
I'm sure it makes great soap. There you go.
Yeah, and look, the color. Like, I was worried because the colors were going to be very dark with that stout beer in there, and they really did lighten up very nicely.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So I'm going to go ahead and put the embeds on here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. And until next time, I hope you guys have a very nice day, and I'll smell you later.
Woohoo! Good job.